Hey, what's up guys? It's Kezako and welcome to this new video about playing AAA games on virtually any device like like a Chromebook like this or any smartphone or any tablet, Macintosh. In fact, any device with a recent web browser which supports HTML5. Before talking about the solution itself, I will talk about the problems, the cons with this solution, so you won't be disappointed. First of all, it's a paying solution and it's quite expensive. As you can see, for the moment, it's around $1 per hour. And I hope soon it will be around 50 cents an hour. And after a few time, I think there will be more players and the price will go down. Another problem is that you can't use the mouse with 3D games like FPS. Um, I think you can use it in STRs like StarCraft or games like Diablo, but you can't use it in a FPS for the moment with the Chromebook. Another problem is that you must play in windowed mode. Thankfully, most of the games support windowed mode, and some of them offers you the possibility to play with borderless windowed mode. So it's nearly a full screen mode. And the last problem is that you must be close to Amazon Web Server data center. Because, yes, we will play on a remote server hosted by Amazon. And trust me, it's a really powerful server. In fact, normally it's for professional use like 3D calculation. A few words about the server. It's a server with a Grid GPU. I'll talk more about the Grid GPU later. It's a really powerful GPU. You've got SSD drive, and of course you've got a high bandwidth. Okay, so let's start. So I will show you a solution called Frame. The website is fr.me. Here I already have an account. Here's what it looks like. So you've got a kind of launcher here with shortcuts to your apps. But in fact, we will use by going here in the main menu and manage Windows apps. You can start the desktop directly, so you will have full control of your server. So I will start the server now because it takes at least 2 minutes to start, and I will talk about Frame during the startup. So here you can see you've got the real-time startup. So about Frame, you see here I've got credits. So if you go to Frame, you will have informations about the pricing here. So you see here you've got 3 plans: starter, standard, and plus. With starter, you can't use GPU server. You can use GPU server with standard or better. The pricing here is $17 for 500 credits, and the cost of GPU server is 60 credits per hour. With the first servers here, you don't have a GPU. So you can play around 8 hours here. So the basic cost here is $2 per hour, but you see that extra credit costs half the price of the first credits. So say you want to play 40 hours, it will cost you $50. But of course, the most interesting plan is the Plus plan, because it's in fact it's roughly the same price. You see that extra the same credit price, but here you have the double. You have twice the credits here, and the extra credits are roughly the same price. But the interesting part is that you will use spot instances, which are like eBay auctions for server instances, and you can save around 50% on your usage cost. For the same price, you will play twice the time. So here, for instance, you will play 16 hours for $25 and around 88 hours for $50. So here it is for the pricing. So now let's see how it works. So you start the desktop here. We will switch the browser to full screen here. As you can see, the screen adapts to the browser window. And here at the bottom right, you can also set frame to full screen. So already we use a Windows server, so you can already do this with any regular server, with TeamViewer, with remote desktop, etc. But here the interest is that you're doing a video streaming, so you will have a very fluid gameplay and not 1 frame per second. You will have hopefully 30 frames per second and maybe more. Here I'm connected to Frankfurt data center, which is the closest to where I live in France, and I've got around 50 milliseconds latency, and if I remember well, you must be under 100 milliseconds. It depends. Of course, it depends of the kind of games. If it's a versus game, you must have a very low latency. If it's a point and click, an adventure game, it's not a problem. So here I will launch, for instance, Carmageddon, which I've installed first with Steam. There it is. So yes, another problem you see is that you always have this small bar at bottom, but oh, oh my god. So you see here, the mouse is working, but we're in 2D, we're not in a we're not in a 3D mouse like in FPS. I can also use the keyboard, of course. Oh, and if I hit escape, I first go out of the frame full screen mode. So it's not perfect for games, but it's working. So let's go back. So let's go back to full screen here, and let's give it a try. Yeah, from time to time, yeah. I had here I had around 600 milliseconds of latency, but most of the time you will have latency the first minutes, and after that it will be okay. So you see here we are in windowed mode, and I didn't, I didn't, I couldn't manage to remove the borders for this game. But for instance, for another game called Stanley Parable, the borderless windowed mode is working. Okay, here we go. Whoa, and C. Okay, so here you see I'm controlling like this. So if you don't know this game, you've got 3 ways to finish to win. The first one, of course, is to finish the race. Oh. The second one is to destroy all your opponents. And the third one, oh, is to go over all the pedestrians of the map. So you see here, I'm on a Chromebook. Of course, Carmageddon is not really a AAA game, but trust me, you can't play natively this game on a Chromebook. And of course, any real AAA game will run like this. So here I'm in full graphics, full quality. The resolution is the resolution of my Chromebook, so I can go to 1080, but I can go to 720. And if you look at the settings here, you can see that all the options are at the maximum. I can go further. So let's try just to show you another game. So here with Steam, for instance, I can show you Stanley Parable, which is not really FPS. It's an adventure game, but it's FPS controls. So you will see that I can't use the mouse. You see, yeah, it's going crazy. In fact, in a real 3D game, the cursor won't move here. It will stay in the middle of the screen. So here it's a problem. You see? So if it's not an action game like Stanley Parable, what you can do is to put your cursor in the middle of the screen, for instance, a bit like this. Come on, like this, like this, and you can bind the keys to turn left and turn right with the regular strafing on keyboard. You can play like this, but of course it's not the same as using a mouse. I did not try with a gamepad, but I think it will work. So I think it's the best solution here. But as you can see, it's quite responsive and fluid, so it's nice to play. And one more time, playing this kind of game on a Chromebook will be quite hard. Same here, you're in full settings. And of course, this kind of server can easily serve the latest games like Fallout 4 or games like that. So here it is for the demonstration. You will have all the links if you want to give it a try. Now I will show you some information about about the technologies used for this solution. First of all, I will power off my server so I don't have to pay if I'm not using it. As I said at the beginning of the video, we are using a remote server on Amazon, which is called EC2, and there are many kind of instances. Here we are using a GPU, an instance with GPU. So here are the specifications. Here we've got Sandy Bridge as a processor, and as you can see here, the Grid GPU is really powerful because you've got up to 1000 and you've got more than 1050 cores, 4 GB of video memory, and of course the graphic cards are in SLI. For instance, here we've got 8 virtual CPUs with 5 GB of memory, and each GPU features an onboard hardware video encoder designed to support up to 8 real-time HD video streams. So you can imagine the power of this GPU, this graphic card. Here about pricing, of course, most of the pricing is due to Amazon. Frame is a middleware and is not taking as much as Amazon. So if we look at the pricing, for instance, for G2, here you can see the cost is around 80 cents per hour for a standard instance. Now if we go to NVIDIA, we can get some information about the Grid graphic cards. And here, if you go to products, NVIDIA Grid, you will have informations. And on the cloud gaming, if you go to get started, you will have a list of all the middlewares. So you see there are plenty of them. And another nice middleware is called Scalable Graphics. So here on scalablegraphics.com, you will have another solution with many clients for a lot of devices. Here you will have full screen resolution, but you will pay around $2 per hour instead of $1. So it's your choice. It's for you to see. And last interesting link is the start of everything. It's really from this guy Larry. I've learned everything, so you can check this webpage. It's not exactly the same solution as you will use Steam on a VPN, but it's also an interesting solution. It's a bit more complicated to achieve, but I think, for instance, you may use this solution with Steam on Linux on a Chromebook, because you can install Linux on a Chromebook, and after that you install Steam and you use the in-home streaming to stream from the remote server to your Chromebook under Linux. And I think you could use full screen for a better price than going through using Frame or any other middleware. So it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to put a thumb up and to subscribe. I'll try to do more videos like this soon. And of course, you can leave a comment. I will try to answer if I can. And I'll see you soon for another video. Bye!